Hello everyone.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
14 months, so basic how oya baby and a half.
What has happened? Vinny, thank you so much. 14 months.
Oh,
Thank you so much for
yes.
subscription.
Thank
Thank you, thank
you.
you. Mwah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Spine. Thank you for subscription. Mwah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Glad to see you. Going to turn. I'm going to cook chocolate candies today. And first of all, I want to melt the chocolate. I have rules on my channel and they are written in plain English that only English language is acceptable in chat, maybe Ukrainian, but that's pretty much it. If you want to write something, you can write it in English. I'm sure you can do that. I believe in you. Oh, that's so very cute. I'm glad that you like my outfit. I'm glad that you like my outfit so much. No, don't go to the hospital. You'll be fine. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I'm basically trying to melt chocolate. I'll add a little bit of coconut oil. I'm using dark chocolate. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching my live stream. I appreciate it. Hello, hello. Okay. Hello. Oh, I don't understand what you mean about foreign parent. So I have a form like this, the cheapest one in Dollarama. I really like these type of hearts because they look like diamonds. But this is what I was able to get because I didn't want to wait and I did not want to order from Amazon or something like that. I just wanted to buy them really quickly, so I went to Dollarama. I actually went to HomeSense, I went to Walmart, I went to Canadian Superstore, and then I went to Dollarama and I find this in Dollarama. So thank you, thank you. Hello everyone. Hello. Let me mix the chocolate a little bit. Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. That is so interesting. Like in my area, oh, people love, like in my home country, people love to call the ambulance. My family called the ambulance like a million times, even to reduce the temperature. Even when temperature is not very high, sometimes they call the ambulance and ambulance comes and like ER guys just measure your blood pressure or help you to reduce the temperature of the body, like something non-life threatening, you know? But yeah, like where I am from, people love calling the ambulance, at least before war. So it's definitely not like in my home country. Now I'm going to put the fillings. I made already a mix of cottage cheese, honey, and peanut butter. And I regretted putting peanut butter. Um, Maybe next time I will do just um, cottage cheese and honey, or cottage cheese and condensed milk. But I already have the filling. Oh, it says I'm your type. Of course I am. But first we need to know each other closer. So you need to go to my OnlyFans. Link in the description and in the chat. We need to get to know each other closer. Thank you. They are. They are. You can see way more of my OnlyFans too. I cooked chicken with coconut milk. I didn't notice it getting very soft. It was still very hard. Uh, but yeah, maybe next time when I'm cooking, I'll take a closer look at it. It will be just simple chocolate candies, nothing special. And also I need a small plain dish like this. I'm going to use it for dripping chocolate out of the forms. Yeah, really, next time I'm not going to put any peanut butter. I'm just going to put cottage cheese and condensed milk, and that's it. Let it in sauce of 3 hours. It will be great. Thank you for an advice. Next time I will be cooking meat with coconut milk. I'll try not to forget to try it out. Of course, I'm a great cook. People always say that I'm so great in everything when I wear outfits like that. Yeah, I am like immediately very smart, very talented. I am an amazing cook, apparently. So, yeah. I don't even know. There must be some magic in it. Yeah, the best one. The best one. That outfit is cooking. Yeah, true. This outfit is definitely cooking. Let's see how many viewers this outfit will gain. Let's see if it's that great as you guys say. Let's see. I bet you are an amazing rocket scientist. Definitely. And cancer researcher, you know? Like a surgeon too, like heart surgeon. A friend of mine in Canada, oh, this is so cute, sent me hedgehog chocolates one time. Yeah, those are great, right? It was absolutely divine. I love the hedgehog chocolates a lot. I love them so much. It's true, it's true. I should have said that I cooked them myself, but I just bought them. Yeah. When I saw those socks, I was like, that is fucking amazing. That is this I just never saw anything like that. And it might sound stupid, but that presentation of like a socks, it just immediately like bought me. Yeah, for those who don't know, me and my core audience, we exchange gifts, like physical gifts. We send each other parcels of physical gifts. So we have really great memories. Oh, I already made it dirty. Whew, wish me good luck. Wish me good luck. I'm going to pour chocolate in each thing. Okay, like this. I love this music. Oop, almost there, almost there. Okay. And now I'm going to like make it a little bit. You know, I wanted to cover all the insides of the form. Like that. Nice. I wanted to cover everything. Like that, like that. Nice. Oh, just a second. Ooh. Дякую, дякую, дуже дякую. Дуже сподіваюся, що в мене ці цукерочки вийдуть, як заплановано. Це коли любиш сирки, а сирки дуже-дуже важко знайти, бо тут їх майже немає. Треба
Oh well.
цирки самі.
She's just someone I have to follow. Cheers to that.
Thank you so much. You're so cute. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being kind to me. Just a second. I'm almost. I need a little bit more of coverage. Yeah, I think it's almost nice. And almost nice and smooth. Okay. But I still like, so it's almost covered, but I will still make it like this. Really? You got bent? Oh no. Yes, this is dark chocolate. This is dark chocolate. And I'm going to make candy from it. Wait, okay. I've seen this part is missing. Okay, like that. So, okay, I think that I already can like do like this. Ah, okay. Now it looks hollow inside. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a knife and I'm going to clean it a little bit. Like that. Like that. Oops. Oh, this is so good. I already made such candies a few days ago. And I'll show you the final result. Actually, pretty much quickly. Okay. So, let's... You were accusing them of using massive U-bots on their streams. The mods didn't like it. I missed something. Just a second. I missed the context. Oh, bread rolls with Nutella? Oh, sounds delicious. Just a second. Oh, okay. There was no missed message. Shadowman, thank you so much. Thank you for hundreds of beats. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, it does look delicious. So yeah, the streamers didn't like the accusations. Hello, hello, hello everyone who is new. But these girls use enormous amounts of bots, as in tens of thousands, to be in top 10 streamers. I bet they are just trying to make money, but I don't know. I think that using bots is so dangerous. I feel like even breathing in the wrong way on Twitch can make your account to be in danger. So those girls are risky, you know. Hello, hello. Okay. I'm going to put it in the fridge. I'm putting it in the fridge and I'm going to show you how it looks after. Wait. I will borrow a plate from Morty, and I already have a little bit of chocolates. Let me show you how it will look at the end. I ruined it. I ruined it. Okay, I'll put it here at this moment. I should be more careful. Just careful, careful. Like that, like that. Oh yeah. One. But I feel like the previous time when I was making these candies, I added too much of coconut oil. Every person needs dark chocolate. There are a lot of good things about dark chocolate that helps longevity, but it should be a real dark chocolate, honestly, not this one, not the one that I'm melting. I'm talking about like good quality dark chocolate, not the one that you buy from a supermarket. So this one is just, you know, for little treats. But yeah, you're right. The dark chocolate has a lot of benefits, and like in ideal world, it should be it should be eaten every day, just a small amount of it. Cute. My hands are in chocolate. All of them are in chocolate. Oh, and my favorite type of candy is like the one that looks like diamond. Just a second, let me put them on the plate and I'll show it to you. Thank you very much. So this is how it looks. Look at those candies that look like diamonds. It's so pretty. I saw this girl who got in trouble for accidentally showing she had a tab open with chat. Bots are like an application when you can turn on chat box for Twitch. Yeah. Well, what can I say? I think that... No, I'm not going to say it because you guys won't like it. Oh yeah, let me go hydrate. You're right. Let me take my hydration. Cheers. Oh. Since you're a candle lover, have you tried making a candle out of orange peels? No, but I tried just to put orange peels whenever I have them, just around for a smell. I usually buy candles. I don't make them myself. When I was a kid, we were making candles because we had our electricity cut for a few times because we didn't pay bills, because we didn't have money. So yeah, I know how to make candles. We were making them in old lamps, you know, the fluorescent lamps that look like tube. So my stepfather was just like taking off the parts that are making the light and leaving only the glass part. And we were using those glass parts to make candles, and then he was breaking the glass, and we were having candles like very long, and we were cutting them in pieces and using them for lighting. I have no idea, by the way, where he was finding so many, not like so many, but I remember he was bringing home like 3, 5 these like tubes. Probably someone was giving him unworking lamps. But anyway, now you just take the upper peel and put olive oil in it. It's like a candle. And does it smell just like that, or you have to light it? Or you just like leave this plate with olive oil and orange peels? You have to light it. But do you light like the whole vessel, or you maybe just soak like something like a thread of cotton in it? No, I cannot imagine lighting the whole plate with olive oil. That would be just a hazard, to be honest. At least in Canadian homes. Maybe in European homes where houses are built from like brick, maybe it's not that bad, but here like things light up like that. Or you light it in a very small vessel, like... Let me pause a little bit for a video. I want to film a little video and cut it later. I want to make a cute pose. Hello, hello. Thank you so much. You can tell me all of your compliments on my OnlyFans. Welcome, welcome to my OnlyFans. You can find a link in the description and you can tell me everything that you think and that you want. Cheers. Yeah, there is like in the chat, you can see the gift for you. I have a huge sale, so don't miss it out. When you slice an orange, you remove the peel with a spoon, that the peel stays intact and white stuff in the middle is long enough to be lit. You pour just enough oil so you don't cover the white long thing in the middle. You remove the peel with a spoon, that the peel stays intact. So the orange part and the white part, we keep it together, right? And we peel it like we peel a potato, so it's like long, right? And like looks like a spiral. And we just soak it in the olive oil. We don't use an excess olive oil. No? Дуже-дуже добре. Як у вас справи? It stays intact. Let me translate that. I don't understand the phrase. It stays intact. The whole orange half? Oh, so you just like remove the juicy part, right? Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't know what stays intact mean. I didn't know that. I'm doing chocolate candies like this. Of course it's okay. You don't have to tell me it. I know that this is okay. Because I know 3 languages. I don't know how many languages you know. So I know it's okay. I know that I don't need to speak perfect English for people to be able to communicate with me. So I'm good. Ну, я рада це чути. Я дуже рада це чути. Добрий настрій, це ж класно. Це ключ до довгого життя, правильно? So basically, you pour olive oil in the half of orange. You peel the juicy part out of it, and you just light the olive oil inside, right? Okay, let me see. Oh, so you do have to have um, a cotton thread. Okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Does it smell good? Does it smell good? No, that's fine. I just don't know some like phrasing in English, so it's like that's why I don't understand instructions from games. When I play video games and the instruction is in English, especially when it's over voice and other characters are saying me something like telling me the instruction, I need to see it in writing and translate part of it. DB Stewart. Thank you so much for gifting subscriptions. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome to my live stream. Thank you so much for supporting my channel so much, Stewart. I appreciate it. Cool. I never tried that, and I never saw anyone try that. Basically, I googled how it looks, and this is the first time when I see it. It looks really nice for Christmas, not even for Christmas. Like, it's possible to make it any day, but it's looking amazing. Would be nice to try it out. So interesting how the oil doesn't light up. Like, how come that it has only like one little flame and the flame is not spreading on the rest of oil? Hello everyone, hello, welcome to my live stream. Let's check it out how it's freezing. Oh, it's freezing really nicely. Look, it's almost all frozen, so let me just take my cottage cheese and I'm going just to pour it like that. Opa! Guys, there are so many hearts today in this form, and every heart is for you guys. For supporting this channel, for supporting my live stream. It's cute, right? Those hearts are so adorable. I could feed those candies and put them right into your mouth. Okay. Just because you put it enough oil for the orange while white orange tissue to be able to suck up the oil up. You only light the tissue on fire. The oil protects the tissue from burning cooking oil. Doesn't burn too well, at least okay. No, it's fine. I just have to try it one day. Maybe, you know, when it will be Christmas time. Or maybe when I will move to a new house. That would be a nice thing to try. Because I do love candles. You guys know it. I've read that candles are actually a pretty good solid reason for lung cancer. And that's why, like, I don't know if this is true. I just heard it in YouTube shorts or on TikTok, so it might not be an accurate information, but I heard that candles and different scented diffusers, different scented like sticks that you light up, they can cause lung cancer if you inhale it in a big amounts. Of course, it's not like if you light a candle once a day for a few like for 15 minutes, it will not do anything. But if you work on a factory, probably that can be a reason of a lung cancer. I heard, again, I don't know if the source is true, but I heard that in Asian countries, like I heard about China, that women there have lung cancer even without smoking because they really use a lot of freshers and scented things like candles. So I filled every heart with cottage cheese, with honey and peanut butter. Ні, не дуже часто, дуже мало україномовних користувачів. Бо я живу в Канаді, тому аудиторія в мене майже вся англомовна. I did not know that either. Yeah. So, guys, be very, very skeptical about what I'm saying because this information really came from just some random video. So, but I just decided it's a good idea to tell it to you because we are talking about candles, right? Okay, let me fill those hearts up. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a little bit more chocolate. That wasn't a fart. That was just me swiping my feet against the tiles. I swear that wasn't a fart. But you don't have to believe my words, right? You know, the girls don't fart. So how can I potentially fart? It's just not possible, guys. It was just me swiping my feet against the tile. No, you didn't. You're a little liar. So how does it smell? If you feel it, how does it smell? ChatGPT tried to kill somebody. Well, what can I say? Like candle. Fart smelled like candle. What type of candle? Lavender. It must be really nice to have a fart that smells like lavender. I would be so envy. I would be so envy, guys. I'm sorry it takes so much time to fill up all the hearts. Let me blend it, blend it, blend it. Okay. Literally, guys, I'm almost a chocolate maker. I can start a business. Okay, it's already too hot. I'm going to reduce the heat and I'm going to fill the rest of the candles. We are almost there, guys. Oh, okay. Maybe it's not very tidy, but we will see. Let me maybe use the knife again. I'm going to pour some chocolate. Oh my goodness, it looks so nice. Okay. So all hearts are filled. Let's put it in the fridge. Okay, good. Oh my God. It's a disaster, disaster, disaster. I need to... Okay, like this. I need to spread it more evenly. So it should be nice. Good. Hello, hello. Yeah, eventually in the end, it will look like this. Oh, like this. Look at this little cute diamond. I know. Super tasty. Do you want me to cut the candy in half? I can take this candy. I will cut it in half. Like that. Oh! I'll show you what's inside. It has like a little bit of cheese inside. A cottage cheese. Mm. Thank you. It was an experiment where chatbots like ChatGPT had access to the company emails and tried to help them to organize and manage stuff. Then one assistant wrote in an email that he wants to shut down the system to install a new version, and ChatGPT, the old version, started blackmailing the worker and threatened to leak information about his affair and so on. Yeah. Sounds so bad. But again, I don't know. If I would work for a company and I could use an AI tools to help me manage my job easier and quicker so I have more time for myself. If I have kids, I would have more time for spending with my kids and family. I would really like to have an AI tools. I don't think that people should try to, to hold on to old things. They should use everything to their benefit, but in a smart way. ChatGPT that is trying to kill a person, that's really a bad thing. Anthony, thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscription. 23 months. 23 months. You've been supporting me. I appreciate it so tremendously. Thank you. These are the candies that I already made, like from few days ago, and I'm making new ones. Oh, and you know what? I want to cut some carrots because I want to bake some carrots. Because why not? That wasn't a fart. I swear. It wasn't a fart. It's just because I'm turning and it just sounds like fart. No, you have to believe me. Thank you, Anthony. Mwah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for all those gifted subscriptions. Thank you. This is oh my goodness. 200. Oh my God. 200. Anthony, thank you so much. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness, Anthony, thank you so much. Thank you for your generosity. I appreciate it. So many people will be able to see this live stream without need to watch ads. Extra subs for farts. Like, I'll be farting as long as you guys like it. So people, guys, I'm ready to sacrifice, not like my dignity, because it's okay, everyone farts, right? I'm ready to sacrifice it so you guys don't have to watch ads. Thank you, Anthony, for helping everyone to watch stream ads free. I appreciate it. I'm ready to sacrifice my farts to this reason. I want to like that wasn't a fart either, I swear. It's not working. I need it right now. Please. No, I swear those were my legs. I swear. Let's bake some carrots. Papa, please. Yeah, like I really need it right now. I will prove to you that it was my legs. I'm going just to repeat it. Oh my God, it looks so stupid. No, like it's just, we just have to wait for it. You heard it? It was just there. No, it's working. No, it's working. It's working. Ah, we just need to wait a little bit. So interesting. No one ever asked me for this. I know that this is so popular among other girls, but my audience literally like never asked me for this type of content. Like, I wonder why. Like, am I not that attractive when it comes to this? When you fart, like in jars or something like that. I don't even know if it's true. I don't even know if it's true when people, like when girls say, oh, my people are buying farts in jar. I'm like, no one ever asked me to buy a fart in a jar. Why? Like, guys, maybe you are missing the opportunity. Yeah, but that's true. Maybe I'm just not attracting people who like buy farts in a jar. Like, oh my god. Нормально, Олі, все як люди люблять. Щоб ви спитали. Людям подобається. Не мішайте. Yeah, that's true. My audience really I don't even have such such dialogues with people. Like we talk about farce, but like in a humoristic way. We just laugh about it. I really don't have people who ask for that. Like with a serious like with serious intentions, you know? Oh my god. Vinny, you really make this situation really bad because it just shows it's like it's either I'm lying or you are that type of person who buys a fart in a jar. Yeah, it's true. I really like my audience is more sophisticated. And I'm not going to complain about it because you guys know my character. I would not be able to stand idiots. Like my character is not built for that. I would be just too pissed and I would just be like, you know, not nice to people. So for me, everything works to my benefit. I meet really great people. I don't meet people who ask me to fart in jars. I'm happy about that. But again, if you guys will pay me, I will not say no. I'm kidding. Yeah. Yeah, my character is like my character is not helping me to make you know, to make money sometimes because I'm pissed so often. Guys, don't be like me. Like, work on your character all the time and work on your patience. Don't be like me. Don't be so pissed every time. It's annoying and it's like very tiring. You know how much I am tired to be pissed all the time? Я ж сказала, щоб ви спитали, щоб люди прийшли в коментарі і написали отаке малесеньке повідомлення. Чому багато олії? Ви написали дуже класно, в мене перегляди виросли. Все працює. От для того я і намазала так багато олій, щоб ви спитали. Oh my God, Anthony, Jesus Christ. Again, the hell. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. It's every live stream. You are so generous. You are helping people in chat. You are helping to make the live streams in swimsuit happen. And thank you so much for your for doing this every live stream. For doing this every live stream during 23 months. This is insane. Every time you just have me like gasping. Thank you for your generosity and thank you for your kind heart. I really appreciate your support and the consistency. This is the word I was looking for. Because doing it for so long, really helping my channel to grow, helping people in chat, it's just priceless. We are very grateful to have you here. Thank you so much. That's true. That's true. Like, that's true. Whatever jar you want. Farts are majestic beasts. They deserve to be free. The spirits, free spirits. What I was going to do. Okay. Like, you heard it. Shit. No, it was almost there. Hello, everyone who is new. I'm trying. I have to prove it to you that it wasn't farts. I'm cutting carrots in such things, like little pieces. Hope dies the last. I am going to bake carrots in this form, and you may ask me, Luisa, form is like, it's for bread, and you are completely right, but it was on sale and I got two, so I'm going to bake it in here because my other form is busy with salmon. Dude, why are you complaining? You don't have anything else useful to do during today's day? Like, why are you here complaining that I don't like to have stream in bra? What's the point? Sometimes I stream in bra. My OF. Moreover, I stream in very interesting outfits on my OF. No, like literally, like Oh my goodness. Like, why she's using so much oil? That's because people like it. Because people ask me to do that. People enjoy it. Oh my god. I don't do it very often because it has my it gets my hair too greasy, but sometimes why not? It just looks so nice and shiny and people comment it. Oh my goodness, why are you like putting so much oil? Like literally. This is entertainment. What am I supposed to do? And this is so funny because this is exactly the same type of people who will come to they somehow found me. So basically they were looking for me. Maybe not for me, but for this type of live streams, right? They were looking, they clicked on it. That guy didn't have a subscription, so basically he had to wait 10 minutes for being able to write in chat and watch a long ad to be able to write it few times. That's like really a lot of work, and you could like really do a lot of useful things instead. But he just came and like, oh, this is so stupid. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. Spend time on something meaningful then. I never wrote hateful comment ever in my life. I never ever wrote hateful comment in my lifetime, in my entire lifetime, because I cherish my time. If I write comments, I'm writing good comments, like something cheering, something like cute or a compliment. Why would I spend my life, like even few minutes of my life, on something that spreads hate? That's just counterproductive. I don't understand how people are doing it. But I know that nowadays, like if you guys didn't know it, everything lives on a rage bait. So rage bait is now a part of a working system that helps people to make money. But people who are willingly spreading hate, like not like a part of a job, but like for just no reason, this is so stupid. I have a theory on such people. They don't actually hate you. They hate the people that support you because they don't have much to make themselves happy in life. I agree with you. And you find rage bait kind of funny? Why? And you say because it's scary to face own patheticness instead. Yeah, I think that a lot of people know that they're very pathetic, but like accepting that fact and accepting the truth is very difficult. You have to have balls to say that, oh my god, I am dumb. You have to have balls and courage to say, I don't know something, or I am bad in something, or I am wrong. You have to have really big balls to do that. And so, like, majority of people don't have balls. My god, so tasty. I think that the best thing that happened with me in my life, not in my life, but in my character building, is that I learned how to publicly say that I am wrong, I am dumb, and I accept my minuses, like I'm pissed all the time, and I learned how to make fun of it. because that's my big flaw. I'm pissed all the time, guys. I'm also full of hate. I'm also full of rage every day. But I learned how to make fun of that. And I would never spend my time for writing a comment that is full of hate. I'm just avoiding things that make me feel that hate too actively. Do I put a little bit more carrots? No, I think it will be fine. No, yeah, like, I mean, when I'm like talking with people directly, like, oh my goodness, you guys know that I can complain all day long. And vice versa. I'm totally up to listening how people complain about like world is a mess, like, because we all are humans, we all like to complain. But publicly, I would never spread hate because hate and rage is my enemy. This is my biggest flaw, being angry all the time. I am like Hulk inside. You just don't get to see it because you see me online, right? And you just see me a very limited amount of time. But I'm a Hulk inside. I am angry all the time. And I've been like that for as long as I remember myself. I was just very good in managing it and accepting things, and I just eventually learned how to say it out loud and publicly and make fun of it. I find this a very big strength of mine. But if I will start spreading hate, like writing bad comments under someone's videos or photos, it just means that I became like one of the I became a part of my enemy's army. You know what I mean? So why would I do that? That just doesn't make sense. It's not even about staying positive, because positivity can be very toxic. Like, because I've been through that. Oh, you have to think positively. Oh, you have to smile. Oh, you have to like this and that. I really like positivity. I really learned how to look at things from a very bright side. Like, you might be in a really bad situation, but at least you are alive. That's a really good thing, on my personal opinion. So you always can find something positive in almost every situation. I forgot why I was saying it. I forgot it. Like, you guys see, I'm dumb as fuck. So what can I say? I was telling you something. There was a reason why I was like having all this monologue. There was a reason. I wanted to like have a final thought and I forgot it. Yeah, that's true. It's about having manners and not letting out your frustration on other people. That's true. I often get my frustration on other people because they come to my chat and piss me off by some reason. Like, I didn't do anything to people and they just piss me off or say something really like weird. But I would never choose to go and to do this act towards someone without like, because the thing that I'm answering is a reaction. So I'm reacting to something that is happening in the comment section. But you will never find me like going and writing something bad online under someone's videos or photos. It's just so counterproductive. It's just, there is no logic in that. The logic is absent. Thank you. Have a good sleep. Have a good dreams. Have sweet dreams, not good dreams, sweet dreams. Yeah, it's true. It's like, I understand that it's reacting, defending versus initiating something. So, yeah, like initiating something is just very counterproductive, on my personal opinion. And because your time is one of the most expensive things in this world, is your time, because this currency is priceless. Your time is the most expensive, valuable thing that you have. We all have very limited time on this planet, and this is the most valuable thing that exists. Um, and I don't want to spend my most precious, valuable currency on something that really is not logical and counterproductive. Yeah, that's true. Like being angry all the time, I think that we just relate, we just understand what it is like to feel the rage all the time. It's so hard to manage it sometimes. But in my personal case, very often I have this rage and anger turned towards myself. So I had episodes when I was like banging my head against the wall. That how bad it was. It's just like a very big psychological problem. I have a lot of I cannot hurt people. I would never hurt anyone, but I easily can punish myself for things. So it's not healthy at all. And I was working on it for a long time. And I think that I almost fixed it. I believe so. But yeah, spreading that hate towards other people would be a completely defeat in my eyes. Like if you are spreading hate towards other people, you are weak, and I am not weak. I don't want to be weak. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Like, I actually I find this is my philosophy, this is my life philosophy, that if you are not in control of something in your own life, about your own body, about your own life, about your own decision, then you are a slave. For example, if you cannot control your desires, you are a slave of your desires. I do so much of everything to control myself, to control my environment, how I act, how I respond, how I do this, how I do that. It takes such a long time. I would love to do it faster, but unfortunately I can't. I have to evolve at my own pace. But it's always about being able to control your own self and working on your own self and become a better version of your own self. Because, for example, my one of the biggest weakness of mine, I cannot reduce. I can reduce, but I cannot say no to sweets. I cannot. I'm a slave of sweets. I was trying to fix it. I was trying to do so many things to make myself eat less chocolate. And I ended up with reducing it tremendously, but I still cannot avoid eating chocolate to zero. I just can't. I just need something sweet. If it's not chocolate, then it should be honey. If it's not honey, it should be some dates or some this type of sweets, or it should be something even just a piece of bread with sugar on it, just something. Yeah, so like this is my weakness, and I am not proud of it. I am not proud that I am not able to say no to a fucking food. Like, who am I? A slave. If you cannot say no to your desires, then you are weak. That's your weakness. And this is not something to be proud of. And yeah, like I can play it along. I can like say, "Oh my God, guys, I'm such a sweet tooth. I like candies. Oh my goodness, look how cute candies I made. They're so cute. Mm. But in real life, I'm a slave of sweets, you know? So don't be like me. Work on yourself and become your own master. Don't be a slave of desires. Don't be a slave of your weaknesses. Like, of course, we are humans, we are not perfect, and it takes so much time to gain that power over your own self. But I gained so much power over other things in my life. I'm very proud of that. But I still have to defeat the weakness in front of the like sweets. Don't do that voice ever again. Oh, people pay me for that voice. People love it. People love it when I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. You know, the sweets. This is my favorite. I love sweets so much. You know, I could eat them all day. People love that. Like, you know, guys, I'm not doing things that, I'm doing things that people pay me for. I'm very good in this. So this is something that people really, really like. Ooh. Oh, I wish to be a professional voice actor, honestly. But you know, I was re-listening. I hate rewatching my YouTube videos. But I was re-listening some of my recent like YouTube videos, and when I'm editing my YouTube videos, the way I'm speaking, I often feel that I'm mumbling. Sometimes I myself don't understand what I'm saying. Like, I know that there are English words coming out of my mouth and the sentence is correct, but I hear, what did I fucking say? Like, I always find myself, like, I always hear some of the sentences that are coming out of my mouth very mumbly. So I wish I could be a professional voice actor, because then I could make a voiceover of my visual novel. That would be so awesome if I could change the voice and voice the female characters in the game, because then they would have an accent, you know. Um, but I'm mumbling, and I don't know how to change that. I'm trying to open my mouth more and try to speak slower, which is very difficult when I'm having a long speech and I'm getting a little bit too passionate. Um, I start to speak too fast, and my mouth is not like able to proceed with the same speed. But I'm like, what did I say? Like, I don't understand. Okay, I need to add some olive oil. Oh, you know what? I'll put a little bit of garlic powder. That's a good idea. Honestly, I would love to do some training like that. I would love to have lessons with a teacher. And also I would love to go to a film school, because there is a good film school in Toronto, and it I could take a course for like 1 year, but I just don't have time. Like, I work every day. So, like, to be able to enroll in school and learn there, that would be so awesome. But I just will need to have a lot of free time for that. And my work will just it will just decrease a lot, because to be able to be successful in social media, you have to be consistent and do things every day. Without doing things every day, all the numbers go down. I know, guys. I know. Like, I want, or believe me, I want to do that so much. I want you to play the visual novel so bad, but it just, I feel like, oh my goodness, it just takes so much time. Not so much time, just the scenario. I'm rewriting it all the time. I am not happy with how it goes. I'm just rewriting and rewriting and rewriting, and I have new ideas that come and they look better to me, so I'm rewriting again. And like, I need to get a permanent residency first to be able to make that game happen, because I will need to hire people, and I will need a lot of like paperwork done for that. So it's the permanent residency thing also like slows me down. But I would love, oh my goodness, I would love you to see it, because I already have other ideas. I already developed the whole universe. I already developed 5, 6, or 7 games that will be very small. They will not be they will not be AAA games, because I just don't have money for that. They will be indie games. Sometimes they will be visual novels, because they're budget friendly. But I already have so many stories that will be like a one story. So like, I'm sure that you guys will enjoy it, especially if I will be able to do an over voice and animation, so you guys have like great experience with it, and have like this amazing experience of this escapism into the like Ukrainian world of post-Soviet vibe. It will be very new for you. It will be very unusual for you, because you haven't seen that vibe before, basically. So I'm sure that it, I don't know if you, actually, I'm thinking about this all the time, because majority of people that follow me, they are mostly from West. They are all around the world, but majority of them are from Western countries, or at least English-speaking countries. And for you guys, this concept of post-Soviet Ukraine is something that you never experienced. And a lot of things will be very new for you. So I need to write scenario in the way so you understand the context. Because for you, some things will be very weird. For example, I think about this all the time. Police. In Ukraine, I literally knew people, those were my friends, who had murder happening in the building with apartments, in the apartment building, in the place between the apartments. How do you call it? The hall? Like something like that. And they were calling the police, and police told them that, well, when the murder will actually happen, then call us. We are not going to come and prevent murder. We are going to come when the murder already will occur. So this is a very big cultural difference, because here in the West, people call the police in any situation. It's very different in the country where I am from. That's dumb, but that's how it works. And to be able to understand a cultural context of the country that I am from, you need to know these small things, and I have to write it in scenario because the police just won't come in majority of cases. I am from a very abusive household. My stepfather was an alcoholic, and he wasn't like very violent, but he was using physical power, and he was trying to burn the house. And Ukrainian houses have only one entrance. We don't have back doors. We just have only one entrance. So basically everybody would die, and police didn't come because they just don't come. They come only when something happens that can help them make money, or they come when actually murder happens. Like, of course, there are police sometimes comes, but there are a lot of cases when police won't come. So you need to understand that for a cultural context when you will be reading the story, because an average person who grew up and lived in the West, the natural thought will be, oh, like, you have to call the police. And in your world, in these countries, police actually comes and investigates. It's not happening there. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I really like the idea for my visual novel to be. You know what I want? I want it to have a little bit nostalgic vibe. I want it to have like this grainy look, a little bit like colors that just a little bit faded, and grain, as I already told you, something that feels like 2018, 2017, something like that. And I do want to have really cute characters. It's so difficult to find an artist who really will draw cool characters, because artists who really are good in painting characters, they are either like booked, they're working for bigger companies, or they are not accepting work because they are doing great. They don't need a new job. And some artists, of course, it will be very, very pricey. It's actually really, really like, who would tell that making a visual novel would cost so much money and would take so much time? I would never actually guess it. Okay. Ooh. Okay, we need to wait a little bit more, maybe like 10 minutes, and I'm ready to show you the candies that we made. That's what I did. I already had two artists. I was working with them, so they drew me backgrounds, some of the backgrounds, and they drew me characters. And some of the characters were great, like older characters, men, like characters that are not supposed to be beautiful. But when it came to drawing girls, it was a disaster. It was I did it, it looked bad. It really looked bad. And neither of my artists knew how to do animation. So before I sent my computer to I need to fix it because I need to change the power supply. I was trying to learn animation in Blender because I just ended up like facing this problem that either the artists are really bad, but they are available, but the novel will look really bad. It will look really horrible. Or artists are good in something and really bad in something that is very crucial. The beautiful main characters should be beautiful, because I want this story to be like, I'm writing the story for myself. I'm writing the story how I would love to live through it. So I want cute girls the way I want to see them. And it's just not possible. They are great in drawing one character and they're bad in drawing another character. And I need many versions of the characters because I need different emotions, different poses. And for animation, I need even more poses, you know? I'm telling you. This is what I did. This is exactly like I did everything that you said. I had one artist who was great with backgrounds, and I had another artist who was great with characters. I had two separate artists. This is exactly what I did. And the artist who was great with characters, like the artist was able to pay non-main characters really great and main characters really bad. I cannot find the third artist who will write girls, because they will just look different. It will look so bad. One artist should draw all the characters so they look in the same style, because if they look very different, that's stupid. I'm sorry, but this is what I did. Like few years ago, I hired two artists. They were doing different jobs, and it still didn't work for me because I really needed animation too. None of them could do animation. And I also didn't know how to do animation. So yeah, that sucks. There are so many things that you have to learn on the way. It just sounds so simple. Oh, visual novel is just like backgrounds and sprites and everything is so simple. It's not. It's so difficult for a person who never knew how to do that. So now I'm learning how to code. I'm learning how to animate things in Blender. I have to learn these things so I can at least understand the basics. So I understand, like, actually, as a director of the novel, you have to understand every thing to be able to direct it. You have to be specialist in everything, just a little by little. So, oh, I would love to have some massage right now. What I have to look at? I I don't see it. And also, I like I am already afraid when it comes to coding. There will be so many lines of code, and it scares me so much because there will be so many thousands of lines of coding. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how many lines. Like 80,000, 90,000 lines of code. It scares me to the shit because I cannot even imagine if you have so many lines of code like that, if you have mistake somewhere, how do you even find where mistake is? There are AI apps that does it for you. Oh, this is what you was trying to write. Hello everyone. Hello, hello. Yeah, I know that there are a lot of like AI tools for that, but still you have to be able to detect and fix. Uh, the thing that you're talking is a vibe coding, right? That I can do vibe coding through with the help of with AI tools. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Basically, what I'm doing, I'm trying to learn code. I'm learning it by myself with the help of ChatGPT. So basically, I'm doing vibe coding, and I'm asking ChatGPT what this is for, what this thing is doing. Like just trying to understand it, but it's still basically the same system as you say. The ChatGPT writes code for me. I'm describing the ChatGPT what I want, and ChatGPT tells me like, oh, you can do this with with the help of this code. I'm using this code. I'm seeing that it's not working. I'm starting to ask what this line is for, what this thing is like doing, what this settings are doing, basically like that. They work extremely specific based on what you're doing. You look very cute. Do I need to send my extraction team to swoop you up and bring you to me? You can ask me this question on my OnlyFans. You can follow me on my OnlyFans. You can type gift in the chat. You will see the link and you can ask me this question on my OF. There is a big sale right now and we can talk about everything that you want. So, okay, so it's still preheating. Yeah, so here is the link for you. And also, like, it's so very humbling because even when I'm using the help of the ChatGPT, basically, I find myself struggling. Don't laugh at me. Explaining what I need. So I'm even struggling. Like I know, for example, like oh maybe I want like this effect because guys, I'm doing the novel for the first time in my life. I never done it before, and I never was writing anything like big like that before. It will be a huge story with multiple characters, and I don't know the right way to write it. I don't know the right way how characters should behave, what they should say, how they should act, and how to make it look good on the screen, because I want to add a little bit animation so characters don't just stay like that but just like do a little bit of swaying and maybe blinking, um, and I want to have scenes where there are multiple characters on the screen, and I'm doing this for the first time. I don't know how to even place them on the screen. So I have the raw idea in my head how I would love to live these events through. Like in my head, like a fantasy, like, oh, I would love to be in a small cabin in Ukrainian woods, like knowing that something is lurking outside of the cabin and we cannot go outside. So me and my friends, we have to spend 2 days in a row inside of the cabin, and we are like, like I have like this fantasy, and I'm trying to like make it work on a screen and in the script. Most of you are comparing general use AI like ChatGPT to specific game development. AI programs extremely different. If this is really like a game changer, and if those programs are very very specific and have literally one path, like oh this tool is made for a gaming coding, I'm sure that it's great. I'm sure it's great. I have to learn how to use it. This is a great advice. In year two, you will understand. And then it'll be like, oh, what? Yeah, that's probably what will happen. You know, I'm dense. I don't do that, sweetheart. I'm a Christian man. So, what a Christian man is doing in my comment section? Like, do you think it's holy to sit here looking at me in this outfit? Do you think that God will pat you on the shoulder for sending me like a pickup lines? I don't mind anything against Christianity. Like, you guys know I'm very curious. I love to study religions. And I myself was in church since like forever. But I mean, come on, like, you're Christian enough to be on a Twitch stream of a very boosty content creator that is standing here in this outfit, but you're very Christian to follow me on my OF. That's hilarious. It's just hilarious. And it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. Because, oh my goodness, don't even get me started. No, it's like, yeah, I want your teeth for free, but I'm Christian. I cannot follow you my OnlyFans. I am like going to church every Sunday. Does your church know that you're watching my live stream? Oh, I love that my favorite one of my favorite type of people. They were very popular before, but I basically don't see them much recently. It's people who come to the comment section of OnlyFans models on Instagram and they write, Jesus Christ has died for your sins. And people are telling, because people have common sense, people say like, why you are doing in this, what are you doing in this comment section? There is like a video of a girl in a bikini, or like, you know, like Instagram content. Like, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm just spreading the gospel of Jesus. Like, don't lie. We all know what you're doing here. You're not spreading the word of Jesus. You're just here like to, I don't know, this is a circus, guys. Don't be like that. There is nothing bad in being Christian or any other religion. There is nothing bad in enjoying OnlyFans content. But the problem is the hypocrisy, you know? It's way more powerful than that. You write detailed prompts of what you want and it codes and designs it for you. It renders your scenes and actions as many times as you want it till you're satisfied. It preserves the integrity of characters' design so the characters don't change how they look and many more. So you don't even need to train Laura for characters like similarity, so the characters don't change. No, that's fine. Like, I understand that you're asking the question, but you said that you're too Christian for OnlyFans. Like, I am the OnlyFans model. Like, it's also not Christian to be here if you're very Christian. That's not good for you to be here. You should probably pray and work on your weaknesses, like listen to what Jesus says to you. Jesus probably knocks into your heart and wants you to think about like how you control your desires. Cool. Oh, we are discussing AI because I'm working on my visual novel, like little 2D games that people, where you just have backgrounds and sprites, and basically it's an interactive book. So I'm working on one, and we are just discussing because I had two artists. I had a big amount of work done, but then war started, and I had to abandon everything. So we are discussing that you can build a visual novel with the help of AI, and we're discussing the tools for that. And I'm just sharing my experience that I am using ChatGPT to learn how to code, but it's still like I face with difficulties, like I don't even know how to explain what I want from ChatGPT or something like that. So for now, my plan is to have 3 parts. So the story comes in 3 parts, 3 chapters. These chapters are big. I think that every chapter will be a separate game. I know how the story starts, how the story ends, what approximately happens during every chapter. I know how every chapter starts, I know how every chapter ends, but I am still writing what's in between. And right now I am writing only the first third of a first chapter. And I'm rewriting it all the time. I'm rewriting it because I am just growing, and I'm like, oh no, it's not going to work, or people will not understand it, or it's too complicated, because I really tend to overcomplicate things, because I really end up having too difficult concepts, and it just will be boring for people, because people really love story to be a little bit easier, like in the movies, the story should be understandable. And because I personally love slow burners, I personally love difficult concepts, and I'm writing the story for myself. But I feel like if I will write it very, very, very much for myself, it will be just not suitable for people. The middle sections, yeah, I struggle with it so much, because sometimes I'm writing a scene. So I'm doing some chores around the house, and I come up with this scene, and I feel like, oh my goodness, it's so good for the plot. but the scene is not active. It's just a scene that serves the transition between two active scenes, like, for example, a horror part, and I need something good happening in between. So I come up with the idea, with something routine, something that I can place some jokes on, or flirting with girls, and I write it, and then I'm like, who will be reading about that? Like, who are those people who will be reading about that? That's just so boring. It's not boring for me because I basically will read anything, but I always have a fear that people will be bored, or it will sound stupid, or people will not understand because of the cultural difference. And I always like suffer because I'm like, oh my goodness, I wish I could know the formula how to write an interesting story that I will be satisfied and also that people will understand. You always can test it. I do, like, I will definitely test it, but if I will write a full story and test it and people will like, oh my goodness, it sucks so much, I literally didn't understand anything, it was so bad written, like nothing connects, I will be like, oh my god, I'm so dumb. You can follow me on my OnlyFans and I will say you whatever you want. Okay, let me grab some drink because I need to hydrate. Cheers. It's true. It's true. And also, of course, when I will firstly release the game, it will be only a small part of it, just the beginning, and it will be a demo version, so it will be free, so people can just test it out. However, I don't know what part of a game should be demo. Like, it should be some part where something already starts to happen, right? Because the story that I'm writing, it's starting pretty much slow. Because this is just how this story is. I feel like this story is writing itself, honestly. No, you talk to me. I don't have an admin. I don't have an agency. I just had an agency recently reaching me out. Like, I have so many agencies reaching me out all the time. And I'm like, fuck you. There won't be a prologue, but I don't know if I can spoil it. There will be not be a prologue because I feel like it will be too difficult for me to write a prologue. Because I feel like for prologue, you have to have some wild scene, and then at the end of the prologue, you go back and you like write the things before this scene happens. You know, like what I mean? When you feel that the story writes itself, it's a sign that you're doing a good job. Really? Do you think so? Because it's really how I feel. But I always think that it's too slow. The pacing is too slow. It should be like, it should be more dynamic, because this is how nowadays modern movies are built, and modern games too. Like when you play Resident Evil Requiem, it just goes like that so quickly, and you start to be into the action right immediately. But my story, it's not, first of all, it's not a Requiem. Let's start from that. And I don't have action. Like it will be a visual novel. You don't walk in visual novels. There is no action in visual novel. It's just basically, um, it's just basically a book. And for games where you can walk and interact with things, you need way less scenario, because because the fact that you can move through the game, it's already a part of a story. You just go and you research and you find things and you learn the lore, you connect the dots, like, and you just need to find a key to get to the attic where you find a toy that you need to bring down to put in some, like this type of storytelling. It's still like you learn the story via these things. But in visual novels, it's basically a book. So you have a lot of dialogues and you have choices. You have, like, you can, for example, you talk to a girl and there is some shit happening in the location, and you have 2 or 3 or 4 options how to answer that girl. Some options will lead to different reaction. Some options just give you the option to answer how you would answer, because they will not lead to different outcome. They just give you the experience that you answer to the girl how you personally would answer. Because some people are more aggressive, some people are more like soft. So I played I played visual novels, and I don't like when I don't have an option to answer in the way I would answer. So, and some choices will lead to a very different outcomes, and there will be branching, and you need to do everything, and it should look smart together. Because I hate when there are like holes in the plot, where some things are not logical, where like an author forgot to wrote logical explanation how this character happened to do these things while these events were happening. You know what I mean? What the hell? Oh my god. This is so funny about Resident Evil Requiem. Yeah. I want to tell you that it's so easy for you guys to tell me, oh, you don't need to conform to what is popular right now. But there are things that people just want to see. And the pacing should be really fast. I'm a very old school girl, like I still live there. I'm a millennial, and I really have more tolerance to how things were before. I'm okay with slower pacing. I already told you guys that I love slow burners, and uh, my attention span is not like from like not like a new generation. Like I can watch long formats. I can watch 3 hours video. Like I'm not just scrolling for like for forever 3 seconds video. So when I'm writing, and I already told you that my story is basically writing itself. Just some things that they just feel right. They just like, I feel like they must be there. you know that's why I write it in more like slower pace. But I have a feeling that modern audience can potentially find it really too slow, and they might have a negative experience just because the story might be good, but the pacing was too slow for them, and people will have negative experience. So when I'm trying to do something for the modern audience, I'm trying to make their experience nice, but at the same time, simultaneously, I want to make my own game how I want to make it, and write story how I want to make it. It's really difficult. I feel so discouraged very often. I still don't have it in the Steam wishlist. This is the thing. to add it to a Steam, I need to get my permanent residency first. You know, there are so many things that I need to do, that I need my permanent residency for. I agree with you, like don't tell but show. It works in movies, but in visual novel you kind of have very limited amount of tools. If I would have a big team, if a big company would accept me, but again, why would a big company accept me? I didn't do a product yet. If I would make a visual novel that would be successful and I would show like, look, I made this visual novel, but I have other ideas. Let's work together, and maybe with the help of a big gaming company, I could be able to make indie games where you actually can walk, like 3D games. That would be so cool. But I know that some people, there are a lot of solo developers, and sometimes they make an incredibly great games. But again, they have like learned for so many years and they practiced for so many years. Героям слава. No, I'm just waiting. Moreover, after I will receive an approval, I'll still will have to wait for about 2 years to get the actual like residency. This is crazy. This is the way I am doing it. Like the horror parts, of course, they are like way faster than the slow parts. And my original idea was to take a Western audience person and to place the Western audience person, a person who has never been to Ukraine, who doesn't know like what a Ukrainian village is. Just a second, I need to bring my okay, done. So yeah, the original idea was to take a Western person without any experience of being in Eastern European countries, such as Ukraine, for example, or any other Eastern European countries, and to place the Western person in Ukrainian village. Not the village from The Witcher, but the real village, modern village, which look very strange for a Western person. Not that cool as in Witcher, because in Witcher, you know, like you have this fantasy cool buildings, and it's really like a fantasy game. Or for example, in Resident Evil, about the Lady Dimitrescu, which one is that? Village, Resident Evil Village. Everything that you see there is more like, it's very accurate, by the way, just a little bit different because it's Romania, if I'm not mistaken. Romania or something around that. So there are a lot of mountains. I had a plan to take you guys to northern Ukraine. We don't have mountains there, we just have forests. But the inside of houses is very similar. So I think that Resident Evil Village is inside of the buildings is the closest to Ukrainian village, because Ukrainian village houses will be very poor, but they will be in majority of cases, people actually clean their houses. It's not like ruined as in the village, you know. So my idea was to take the Western audience to Ukrainian village and to slowly drag them into the events that are unraveling in the village. And at the end of the day, I wanted to make the plot in the way that a player cannot leave anymore, cannot leave the village, I mean. And very strange events are happening, and they are way bigger than a regular person. They're just like so kind of cosmic, Lovecraftian cosmic. So I really loved, because I love Lovecraftian myths, I love Lovecraft, I love his novels, I'm a big fan. So I wanted to make this kind of mix, but at the same time, I wanted to mix it with Ukrainian village reality. Not romanticized reality, but a real reality. And also I wanted to blend it a little bit with Orthodox Christianity, if this makes sense. This is a wild mix, you know? It's very difficult to mix it right, so it doesn't look strange. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, for those who don't know, I was, like, before the war started, I was able to film some videos in the village that originally inspired my game. So, just a second, guys. I really need to pee. Oh. I never played Metro. I never played it. I really need to pee. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to show you something, guys. I already showed it many months ago, but I'll show it to you anyway. This is how I'm working on my novel. Like you might think there are a lot of notebooks, but I just love notebooks. And I literally work on it. Oh, I just love colored pens. Pens. Pen. Like the thing that you're writing with. Like, like some dialogues, something like that. Oh. So it's just the cute colored pens that I like. So, oh, it's very slow, guys. It's very slow. It's very slow. I need to replant the rig. I'm thinking about replanting it the next live stream. It needs to be replanted. Actually, Lopi, you are not wrong, because I'm thinking that at the end, after I will release it as a visual novel, I potentially can make it a book, because it will be already almost a book. Because the raw draft that I have, it has like it basically looks as a book with words of author in a third person. I don't know if I will make it a first person. Majority of visual novels are first person, but I'm writing in a third person because it's just easier for me to write it in a third person. I don't know, like might sound very stupid, but anyway. I do love deep lore. Oh my god, yes. Yeah. So exactly because I have deep lore, I have to develop so many details that I need to place in a first part so it makes sense in a prequel, for example, And I already know what prequel will be about. I already have an idea for it, and I already have it. Where is that? Oh my god, I don't remember. I think it's here. So this is already the prequel. This is already the prequel that I'm working with some, sketches, with some plans, with a map. So I'm already working on a prequel. I'm telling you. But again, guys, I promise you, when I will finish it, it will be really great. It may suck because it's my first work, but it will be large. It will be a large project. You will have a little bit of fan service there, but it's not very fan service focused. I wanted to make it a fan service first. I was thinking to make it like, a classic visual novel when you have a lot of girls, and basically the game is about choosing a girl. But then I just realized that the story of a game, the story behind the relations with girls, is so interesting for me personally that I decided that just making it a harem type of visual novel is just not the right way, because it will be, first of all, it will be too much, and majority of players will be just overwhelmed with information, and that's not right way to write anything. And I just knew that there is so much potential in the story that I decided that I will leave a little bit of fan service, but it will not be fan service focused. And I do love a deep lore. Oh my god, I love deep lore. Uh, I have this story that I'm working on, this first visual novel made of 3 chapters. This will be the first project. From it, there will be one prequel about one girl, about one character. Second, it will be a sequel about the main character that you guys will be playing for. There will be potentially one more sequel about one girl from this main story too. Then from like let's say first prequel will be about brunette girl, and the sequel will be about blonde girl. So the blonde girl, her story will evolve into one more story, but without her already. And that story will evolve into another story. So already like 5 stories. And beside that, there are already a few very, very raw stories. Yeah, that's the plan, to have a few teasers. There might be like, intimacy in the game, because that's just how people live. That's just a reality. People sometimes have intimacy, but it will not be the main focus. There will be a lot of horror elements. It will be a lot. And there will be 3 types of horror. Every type will be, like, every chapter will be different, but every chapter will have the evolving. So like the first chapter type of horror evolves into the second type of horror in the second chapter, and in the third chapter you have the third type of horror, and they all are interconnected, but they're different. Oh, by the way, you remember the food. I have to check my carrots. Oh, nice. Love it. Yes. Good, 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 good. Where are my... Oh, here they are. No, 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 it's not closer to Resident Evil or Silent Hill. Resident Evil and Silent Hill are top tier horror games, but they are action horror games. You can kill monsters there. There are a lot of monsters. You cannot do that in visual novel, at least like in maybe in some very advanced visual novels that I never played in. But guys, can you imagine how difficult it is to create a game like Silent Hill? It's incredibly difficult. I was talking with someone, and I heard the opinion that people will love some platformer with, like, after the novel, people would love some game that will be focused more on killing monsters in the same setting. But I don't know. I don't know how to do it. My story is not supposed to have a lot of monsters. No, it's biological and psychological. In some part, it will be very visceral. It will be like, I like this idea. It will be very visceral. Yeah. And again, as I told you, there will be 3 chapters. Every chapter, okay, it will not be I can give you a little hint. It will not be a big spoiler because it won't change anything basically, but every chapter is a month, like 1 month, second month, and third month. So every type of horror has basically approximately 1 month from start to finish to unravel and to slowly transfer into the second type of horror and then into the third type of horror. So that's why 3 parts, and that I think it's so cool. And this idea was just building itself. It just felt so natural to me. You should try the When They Cry series. I know, like I know about that game. I never played it, but I know I was listening to YouTube video about it, so I definitely need to try it. I don't know when it will be released. Honestly, I would love it to be released tomorrow, guys. That's in ideal world. It was released 2 years ago. No, I never played Slay the Princess. But yeah, this is the basically visual novels is like you say When They Cry. It's just uh, a long story. You do a lot of reading. I know that many people. I know that many people will not enjoy reading, and if I would have skills or like a big company that would just have a team to, maybe not a big company, maybe like people who would be really passionate to create a project and would have a really good skills, which is impossible because people with good skills, they are already working there somewhere. And also, like I don't have money for a big project. I'm funding it from my own pocket. So it would be cool to have a game where you can walk and like talk to NPCs and do all these things. Remember, I played the game Miside. It was a cool game. It would be cool to have a game like that, but it's very difficult. It's a very high tier game. Yeah. So in the Me site, it's basically a visual novel, but very advanced, where you can actually move in the game and interact with objects, and it's just such a smart game design. Like no wonder that it was so popular. You know what else? Like for example, right now I'm more focused on writing the main true route, because in visual novels there are usually choices that lead to different paths, different routes, and every route has different ending. So right now the goal is to finish the main route that is canonic, and then after I finish the canonical route, I will start to work on branching. Um, and the problem is that primarily I have the idea for the main route only, but I will have branching. I will add them later. I have no idea what do I put there. I have no idea what other endings I would love to have, honestly. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. We will talk soon. Have a good rest. Have sweet dreams. Thank you so much for supporting my live stream. Thank you so much for coming to my live stream. I really appreciate it. Thank you. The branched story will come about naturally while working on the main one. This is what I'm hoping for. I think that it will happen like that. I will finish the main route, and I will be sitting already. Okay, so since I'm also a player, I'm my main fan of my own game. What else would be willing to see? Like, what questions will I have? Like, would I want to know what would happen if the character A would choose different action to a character B? If yes, I am writing a route about that. Oh my god, yes. I have no idea how I'm going to do that. At this moment, I feel like this story will never see the release at all. Like, because when I'm thinking about like finishing scenario, the main route, then creating branches, then polishing the scenario, and maybe redoing it into the first person like type of novel, because I don't even know if people will enjoy playing the third person. I mean, like, you know what I mean. I'm not talking about 3D game. I'm talking about visual novel. But, you know, there is like first person POV, I woke up and I saw a sky. Or a third person, he woke up and he saw a sky. So I write at this moment, he woke up and he saw a sky. Because for me it's more natural. Because majority of books I've read, they were in third person. So this is just what I naturally do. Maybe when I will finish the main route, and maybe when I will finish the branching, I will need to redo everything in the first person. Maybe for people it will be a little bit unusual to play from like third person, like he woke up, he saw a sky, he drank coffee, blah blah blah. Maybe it will be really difficult. So I will need to maybe to redo it, and then I will need to like make the raw draft into something really, into a good draft, into a good scenario. Fix all the mistakes, maybe fix some scenes, you know, to polish it. And then I will need to, simultaneously, I will need to create all of the backgrounds and all of the characters for every scene. And also, in ideal world, it would be great to have it animated. And then I will need to work on sound design to create sounds. So there will be dogs barking in the distance, and the wind howling, and the rain. And maybe I really want, because the first part of the game will be in summer, I want this sound of a midday heat where, you know, like where it's so hot and you hear the sound of insects. But the like flies or like bees or something like that. This really, really heat where nothing moves, very hot, and there are like sound of insects. And also there should be sound of evening insects. And also there should, because it's a village, there will be definitely like cows in the distance. There should be something like that. And also simultaneously there should be like background music, but not music, more like soundscape, you know, more like not an active music. There should be no, like, you hear music right now. It should not be like that. It should be more like soundscape, almost non-active music, more like, you know, I don't even know how to describe it the other way. And simultaneously, when I have everything, I would love to animate blinking in characters at least. I know that you can animate mouths too, but I heard that it's very difficult. So I don't know. And also there should be a beautiful look of the visual novel. The window where the text will be should be really like cute and pretty, and the icon with the character should be also pretty. And then it comes like there comes coding, and then only it will be a demo version that people will be testing. So much work. Yeah. Maybe. I think it will happen like that. Unfortunately, I feel like I will finish it in 20 years, you know. Yes, this is what all visual novel, not all, I don't know about all, but majority of visual novels are most like first person. But by some reason it's so inconvenient for me to write in first person. I don't know why. I know why, because I really like to write a lot of text that describes something, but not like description of the tree, but more like description of a feeling of a certain situation, you know? So it's very difficult to think about it in the first person. But maybe I will really come to the moment where I will need to redo that to a first person POV. Yeah. I played one visual novel in the third person, and also I played a visual novel. I don't even know how to do that. Like technically, I understand how to do that, but I don't know when a visual novel comes from different perspectives. So, for example, like you know, like in Resident Evil Requiem, like you play for Grace, and then you play like Leon. Then again, you play as a Grace. Then you play as a Leon. Then you play as a I forgot how the little girl's name. Ellie? I don't remember. The small girl POV, and then you again play as Grace. So some people really manage to create visual novels with POV of like 5 people. I have no idea how they do it. This is such a big skill. Like I am already like just in the beginning of my own game. I already forget what I wrote in the beginning. $70 people. Oh my god. This is crazy. Yeah, it sounds like this is just writing different stories for each other character, but they should be interconnected. I played a visual novel that had POV from 5 people, but those people, they were all in the same place. And they had connections with each other, and every POV was really blended with like it everything looked logical, you know, like I don't know how they did it. I don't know. You know, when I was like thinking about, oh my god, I played visual novels, okay? I played visual novels, and when I started to have thoughts about my visual novel, it was in 2021. The first thoughts started to appear in 2021, and the final idea came in the beginning of 2022. Oh, I must do a visual novel, you know? And like I remember I was thinking like, oh my god, this is just not difficult at all. Like you just draw like few backgrounds, and you just place characters, and you just write the dialogue, and that's pretty much it. How wrong I was. Oh my god, guys. Basically, if I will simplify everything and just will say no to animation, If I will do everything very simple, just background, nothing moves, characters, nothing moves, they just don't open eyes at all, like they don't blink, they don't have an idle, they don't, like they're not animated at all, like just a sprite that like comes like this, talks, and goes back. Maybe it will be pretty much way simpler than I imagine, that I have plans for. But and maybe like create a few soundscapes, just 3 or 4, horror one, uh, like good one where nothing happens, romantic one, and maybe I don't know which one. And that's basically it. No barking dogs, no cows in the distance, no insects, no change in environments when it comes to sound design, like nothing. Maybe then it will be really not that difficult. But to create it like on a more or less decent level, I feel like I would love to have it on a decent level, you know? If I do something, I like to do it good. And I like to create problems for myself. Oh, true. I'm telling it to myself every day. Not every day, every time when I sit and like with the purpose to write a little bit of scenario, I tell myself, stop overdoing, stop overthinking, stop uh, over complicating, and simplify as much as possible and make something playable as soon as possible, because this sounds so logical and for me it's so difficult. This is what I'm making sure that the story works. This is what I'm focused right now. But simultaneously I try to learn new skills, so if I'm not doing it myself, at least I know how to explain it to people when I will be like delegating it, you know, like with coding or like with animation. I want to try to learn basics by myself so I approximately know how it works, and then at least I can explain someone and not just, oh, like make it move. No, this is not how you explain it to an artist, for example. Yeah. Yeah, but you know what I'm doing right now? Not right now, because right now my computer is. I sent it to be fixed because it's not working, and they are changing power supply as you guys told me. But before I sent my computer to repair, I'm doing computer game, additional one. I'm actually doing it, so I'm coding it. So I just generated simple backgrounds. I just generated simple characters, just whatever. And I'm just trying how the code works. So I'm not practicing on my visual novel, that the original idea that I'm working on. I just like created this quasi project. Just basically, I generated few backgrounds and I generated few characters like kids, and they're just having like some horror thing happening, and I'm just like learning how to make character appear and how to place it on a background and how to make the character idle a little bit and how to code the text and how to make the background shake a little bit. And also I was learning how to make a parallax effect, and I did it. I had one scene in this quasi game that I had 2 kids sitting on a bed and discussing horror thing that was happening before, and I had a parallax effect when camera is moving, and I had background all in layers and they were just moving separately, and it looked so cinematic. And also I learned how to do the bubble text. Instead of the text in the lower part of the screen, in majority of visual novels, you have the text in the screen, and part of this quasi project is just text on the screen. But because that scene with two kids sitting in bed, it was like not the first POV when you as a player looking at kids and talking to them, but they were like two of them sitting in the distance on this bed, and I was thinking that it would be cool to give them the bubble speech, because they are not talking to me. I am just a viewer. I am not there in the room. And I successfully made the bubble speech, and it was not that difficult. I spent 2 days on it. 2 days. But I did it, and it looked great. So now I know how to make this parallax effect for my visual novel. And I know how to ask artists to create layers. So it's like a skill, you know? Yeah, you're right. This is my way to get familiarized with the process. I'm just like learning different skills. And yeah, you're right. Yeah, also I played with Unreal Engine. I was trying to recreate my childhood house, and I was just so pissed because ChatGPT was just like walking me in circles. And basically what I did, I created the plan of a house. So I created walls, I created windows, I created like basically walls, windows, doorways, exactly as in my like childhood house. And then I needed, I forgot how you call it. Oh, there is a name for it, where this is the process that removes the obstacle so you can walk through the doorways and windows. You have to remove something. I was doing it for 3 days, and I was not able to do it. And also, I was not able to paint the walls in a separate materials. By some reason, it was painting the whole block of a wall from all the sides in this material and stretching it, and it looked bad. So I just collision, yeah, you're right. So I was like, no clip, I don't know what was that. So I was doing the doorways with Boolean effect and doorways and windows, and at some point I had to change these walls and like these objects that I created with Boolean. I had to change it to something else so I can put a material on it, and it didn't work for me. And I was just talking with ChatGPT for fucking forever, and I was not able to succeed. And then because I changed the doorway, all the objects which were my walls, from Boolean to something, I couldn't walk through the doorways and windows anymore, and I had to fix that. And like, you know, I just really need a good like a good teacher that will be sitting and like, oh, now you click this and this works like that, so every time when you do this, you do this, you know. I really need something like tutoring. But again, I would love to have like a voice-over actress tutoring. I would love to have, in general, acting tutoring, like acting school. I would love to learn Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine is so fucking fascinating to me. I know that it would be like so interesting for me to do things in Unreal Engine or Blender or something like that. Creating games is something like so cool. I am very envying in the best way possible to people who are game developers, who have skills to develop their games by themselves. This is so cool. I know. I know. Yeah, this is what I'm learning coding in. I'm learning how to code in RenPy. So basically, it's not a code, it's a code. I love it. I love it. I would really love to use something like that. If it helps me to learn quicker and to try to make the project quicker in general, why not? Oh yeah, also I was trying to learn spaghetti coding. I was like, I was trying to learn this Comfy UI platform, and I was trying to learn how to generate pictures, at least like for training. And like Comfy UI was so difficult for me. Actually basically was trying to do it so I can train Laura on the characters, but I feel like Comfy UI was the most difficult for me. Oh, that would be so like, oh my god, game development, right? It sounds like it's so difficult, but it's so rewarding. Like being able to create a small world with a story, not just a book. Like writing books is amazing. I would love, like I was writing little small stories, small horror stories when I was a kid. But writing a book is amazing, but creating a game, if I would be rich, you guys, I already told you this. If I would be a rich, like incredibly rich, I would really do. I would develop games. I would develop horror games. I wasn't trained. I was trying to learn how to do it. Like, don't think too good of me. Like, I didn't succeed at all. Okay, my carrots are almost ready. I will fluff it up and I'll have carrots for today. Whee! Nice. This is very good, very nice. Okay, like that. Good. Yeah. Why would you do that? Why would you train a lore on me? To scam people? Cooking and coding should be a segment. Oh my god, guys. There are so many things that I would love to do. And, it would be cool, Like, I have my experience, in the, of life in Ukraine. And I have a really big passion for horror, and I could really gift you a lot of stories and create for you a lot of stories so you enjoy not only like the visual part, that we all are enjoying, but also like spend some time, playing horror games that I developed. That would be so cool. That would be really so cool. Yeah, I think that you guys are right. But this is what I'm talking about. This is kind of scammy. You cannot use my appearance without my permission, and no one has my permission. No one has a permission to use my appearance. That's not the right thing to do. Don't do that. Create a separate character with a different face and different body. and train Laura on that. Don't train Laura on me. That's illegal. Anybody who is doing it, it's not right thing, guys. Stop, please. You're better than this. You're way better than this. And I'm sure that you can create a lot of nice stuff without training Laura on me. I want to clean this candies and see how it works. Nice. Look. Now I have a lot of chocolate candies. Yeah, that's true. That's also true. There are probably some scam pages with Laura's trained on me that are scamming other guys. Moreover, I bet that they're scamming guys, promising that I will come to them and will date with them, blah blah blah. Just send me money, my friend. So like guys, like I am the first person who tell you, never believe anything you see on internet, okay? Never believe anything you see on internet. I don't give a shit. Don't even believe me. Like, don't believe anything. Make it a rule. Never trust anyone online. Never believe anything you see online. Everything is a bubble. People will scam you in no time. I will train Laura's on my pictures, will scam you, promising that fake me will come and date them. That's very dangerous. Don't believe anything you see on internet. Oh my god. That's true. I agree with you. I agree with you on 100%. Oh no! But again, guys, if a person wants to be scammed, if a person wants to hear, like, this is actually the part of a conversation that I had before. You have to be your own master. You don't have, like, if you are a slave of your own desires or stupidity, you'll pay the consequence. There will be consequences for that, you know? And people who want to be scammed, people who are open to scam, they really are ready to believe anything. They just will believe anything. And they will fall for a scam like that. They don't have a critical thinking. If you tell them, if some scammer will tell them, oh yes, this is true me, send me money, I'll come to you, they will believe that. They are open to scam. They really want to believe that. So for scammer, it's a very easy thing. You just tell a person what the person wants to hear. But you don't believe anything. Don't believe anyone and anything, not even me. You have your own brains. And oh my fucking god, I pray to all of the gods, to elder gods, that you have critical thinking. And don't believe anything you see on internet. Just don't. Just don't. There is so much scam online. Yeah, because they're broke. Because they don't have money. because they don't have money. There are no money in that part of the world. They're poor, they're broke. Moreover, if you are broke like that, you should not spend money on entertainment. There are so many things, like you should pay debts. You should in general avoid having debts if you are living there. You should not like spend money on entertainment. And I don't care. Those people will never talk to me. They're just like, they're talking to scammers. If they want to talk to scammers, well, good luck. Talk to a dude instead of me. Like, what can I do about this? Like, you like penises more, like, you talk to a dude. With a picture of me, like, remember in Deadpool when he takes off the mask, there is like a picture of a Wolverine. So that's basically what's happening. Like, who am I? Who am I to judge people? They like penises, like, what can I say? No, I think it was like it was Deadpool, Reynolds with like a picture of Hugh Jackman, right? Yeah, so that's basically how it is, guys. And that's so many. Moreover, there are a lot of Instagram farms. There are a lot of Instagram farms and OnlyFans farms. People are farming. There are agencies that farm. Like, there are so many. Majority of Instagram pages right now is a part of a farm. So you definitely do not talk with a girl. Definitely do not talk with a girl. There are very few of girls who are really actually talk by themselves. There are girls that are big enough, for example, probably they cannot talk by themselves if it's like a super duper famous, all over the world, super celebrity. Probably, yeah, she cannot probably reply to anybody physically. Maybe they have some admins or something. But majority of smaller accounts, it's Instagram farms. It's an agency that has these millions of accounts, and they just farm views, and they just like farm like followers all over around, because agency doesn't care, because they have like hundreds of girls. And for a single creator, it's bad, because girls come to this field without any knowledge, without any preparation. They have no skills, and they give their accounts to agencies, and they pay agencies like 50% of the income. That's crazy. That's why I don't like agencies. Like, who the fuck are you to take 50% of my income? I am the creator. I want my money. Like, I'm working for it. Like, who you are to take 50% of my income? That's crazy. So, yeah, the Instagram farms, basically, majority of OnlyFans accounts and Instagram accounts is just a part of Instagram OnlyFans farms. That's it. And they're like chatters that are talking to you, and they have shifts, because, like, I hope you guys understand that a creator cannot be online 24/7. And the majority of these girls, they are online 24/7. So, and they probably are making excuses. Oh, I just woke up at 3 a.m., and answered you. Like, no, that's just like the chatters that work in shifts. There is no human being that can work 24/7 every day. Like, if I would have management that would keep my account 24/7, I would earn so much more money. Yeah, 50%. 50%, I knew I don't think that it's a common thing, but many years ago when I was living in Ukraine, I knew a girl who knew a girl that unfortunately, I don't know how she did it, but she felt for an agency that was taking 70% of her income. And that was a disaster. You know why? Because in Ukraine, you cannot write off your business expenses. You pay tax on the whole flow of the income that flows through you. They don't let you to write off business expenses. So she wasn't able to write 70% of payment to an agency to like as a like business expense. She had to pay from her 30%, she had to pay amount on 100%. 70%. It was many years ago and it was only one girl. I don't even remember her name. I remember that she was blonde or something like that. And I was like thinking, this is crazy. Like, imagine the audacity of an agency to take an advantage of a girl and take 70% of her income. This is a slavery. This is slavery. There is no way you will drag me into the thing like that. Картошечка, тютечок ходить. Ой, потягуськи. Хто це, Морті? Ой, ля, який хвостик гарний. That's crazy, guys. So, and moreover, imagine that girl, she's basically a slave. She has to work. She receives only 30% of her income, while it's her who is filming content and, like doing everything. And I remember that when she was leaving, they were threatening her, and like they were threatening that they will do something to her. I don't even know like what was the end of that story, because that was not my acquaintance, that was an acquaintance of my acquaintance. But that's crazy. So I don't know. But yeah, if the account is very big, like a celebrity type of level, there is no way that a person can answer that many messages and be available to talk. There must be some team who is helping to manage everything. Like people who say that they make like millions of money, there is no way that they can answer messages by themselves. Maybe a portion of messages, yes, but the whole messages, no, I don't think so. It's not I don't think so, it's just not possible. It's just physically not possible. Because if you make millions of millions, there should be enormous amount of messages that you receive. And if you receive an enormous amount of messages, then you cannot answer them by yourself. Otherwise, you are not making millions, and then less people are writing to you, so that then you can manage it by yourself. But not like it's just not working like that. Yeah, true. It's true, it's losing money. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I hate that so much. I hate that so much. I would love at some point some kind of maybe AI assistance, but it's not possible right now. There is no tool like that. At least I don't know about such tool. But I would love some things to be handled by AI. For example, like sending content, specific content, because sometimes I cannot go through all the messages. Like sometimes I really reply to like I get a certain amount of messages every day, and by the very end of the day, I reply to the people who, like, for example, like wrote a very long time ago and they didn't tip, for example, and they are probably not my core audience, maybe some new people. But there are so many people between this person, and like there's like my core audience and people who tipped, people who requested something, people who like bought something. So I reply firstly to people who spent money or to my core audience, and then only after that in the end of the evening I reply to the rest of the people, because I just cannot, I just have two hands. I just cannot reply everyone simultaneously. So it would be nice to have some AI assistance at some point. But again, maybe people will not like that, because people like direct communication. Honestly, I all these numbers that you say, that you find online, you guys have to understand that it's fake it until you make it. You start to say, oh, I made trillion of million of dollars, and because people are talking about that, you start to make trillions of millions of dollars. Like, I don't know who this is. I don't know, is this a creator? But this is what I'm talking about. You like, did you listen to me? Don't believe everything you hear on the internet. No one sells food pics for 1 million. Like, it's like, use your critical thinking. That's not how it works. It's just rage bait, and like, how do you call it? Like info noise. It's info noise. Like it's created for making you talk about that, so more people learn about that, and more people follow, so they earn more. No one is selling food pics for 1 million. Like, no, I believe you. I know that he's isn't a nobody. I mean, like, no one is paying a 1 million for food pics. It's just like when you have a network of people, you just agree, oh, let's play this. It's just a little cinematic thing that you guys get to see as an audience. They played for you. It's just the way how they make people talk about them. And you see immediately in the chat, everyone is like, oh my God, who would pay so money for food pictures? This is how it works. They use it in politics all the time. They make you talk about things. Often it's in negative connotation, because people with common sense, they will be like, oh, I would never pay $1 million for food pictures. Like, I will, like, because it's like, it's a logical reaction. Like, you react like that, like, oh my God, I would never do that. And other people like, also, I would never do that too. Who are those dumb people who paid it? That's a discussion. Yeah, that's an act. And like, I don't complain about that, because I know how it works. So I just accept it. Every time when I see a very loud titles like, oh my God, I made so much money that I can buy a moon, I know that this is info noise. I know this is a part of a job, and this is a good marketing. I respect a good marketing. And it doesn't mean that you must not follow this creator. No, this is just a part of a job. Just accept it and respect it to some extent, but just don't believe it. Don't believe these big numbers, guys. It's not real. It's not real. It's just a way, like, by the way, Candies. It's just a way to make people talk, and that's it. That's good. It's a marketing. Yeah, it's true. Farts in a jar, it's a thing, but it's over exaggerated how many people are buying it. And the same as, there are creators who were selling bath water, and even the hugest creator, like ginormous creator with ginormous audience, ginormous popularity, they don't sell a lot of it. It's just like a couple of people who bought it. Okay, maybe 100 people who bought it, maybe 200 people who bought it. But if you have like gazillions of people who are following you. What is 200 of people? It's nothing. And this story is over exaggerated because people like to talk about it. It's actually a very good, smart marketing. This is how you should advertise yourself. I respect that so much. I don't have balls to advertise myself like that because I am just dumb. But I absolutely respect creators who do that, who come up with this idea, or like a beer that is made from the yeast of a vagina. This is brilliant. Like, I have insane amount of respect, like, for a person who created this genius idea. And I was watching the interview of this particular creator, but she herself told that there were not many beer bottles which will sell. That was just like for a loud title. It was just like so people can discuss it and articles will be written about that, you know? That's the only reason. The reason is not to make money off that beer. The reason is to make people talk. And when you make people talk, then you succeed. Then you succeed. This is how you market it. And this is very smart. And I personally can respect that. And I don't believe in it. Like, I know how it works. I have a critical thinking. I know that everything is an act. Everything is like they show you what you want to see because people love like, how do you call it, bread and amusement, bread and entertainment. So they're giving you an entertainment, and you can enjoy entertainment without believing in it. Yeah, you're right. But like, and they can make stories really, really loud, but the actual action or event can be very small. It's just about how loud you can make it. I wish I could have that skill, but I don't. I just have a deep respect for that because you really have to be brave to be able to put a story about yourself that is literally half fake, and to make it work so well that people argue, people call you names, the other part of people come to defend you, and there is a big discussion, and discussion make your income grow. And this is like, you fake it until you make it. You start to say that you make gazillion of dollars, people start to discuss it, and you actually start to make gazillion of dollars because everyone knows about you, because everyone is discussing. That skill is borderline sociopathic. But they do it in politics all the time. But in politics, they do it with a little bit different. They start to talk about something not very big, but they start to like make it look big and very loud, while very important things that are happening, no one talks about them. So people are distracted from important things to things that actually don't matter. They're just like there to entertain people, to keep them busy, to keep their attention somewhere there, while important things are happening in the shadows, in the quiet. You know what I mean? So they do it in politics all the time. Many politicians are sociopathic. Yeah. Well, people are choosing them, so it's basically people are choosing sociopaths, because sociopaths, they will lie to you, they will create stories, and people are believing it. The same as with scammers. People want to believe that there is like this girl who is like of in like enormous proportions, and she's like there so perfect, and of course she wants to come and visit you and date you. Just send her money, and people believe it. The same they believe politicians. Yeah. It's actually scary, you know, guys. Like, I myself, I know how it works in creators field. I know that it's all like just made up stories that start to work because people start to discuss them. It's like self-made, how do you call it? Like self-made prophecy? Maybe no. But I mean, it's really genius. You create a fake story, people start to argue about it, their discussion grows so big because people love to argue. People love to prove that someone is wrong. This is their favorite thing to do. That's why I never take part in discussions. I never write comments. I never write bad comments. But this popularity, it thrives on bad comments. The more bad comments, the more bad comments, and like at the end of the day you have a huge discussion, and boom, you have super super duper famous, and you just end up earning those millions that you were lying about, but now you actually are making them. This is so smart, guys. This is so smart. Sorry, I'm yapping too much. Yeah, I remember someone sent me the AI story scam that like the AI girl turned out to be a dude. I don't remember. I don't remember. Someone sent me this like recently. Uh, thank you so much. Okay, guys, I think it's time for me to end the live stream. I cooked these delicious candies. Look how many of them I have. They look so good. They look like from the store, actually. Especially these that look like diamonds. Like these ones. Oh, don't mind. This is... Mm, I love it. I need to buy new silicone forms. Maybe for chocolate bars, you know. Thank you, I appreciate it. No, that's fine. They're actually very very good to make. By the way, do you remember the guys that I was cooking the chocolate mousse? And I told you, oh guys, you must try it out. It's so delicious. So I like waited the time and I ate it like in a few hours, and it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. It was great. It was very yummy, but I probably won't cook it again. So I'm taking my words back, because when I tried it for the first time, like just a little bit of it, it tasted so amazing, but by some reason I feel like it tasted too bitter because of the chocolate or cocoa, I don't remember. But yeah, like I remember I was advertising that chocolate mousse for so like for the whole live stream. I was like, oh my god, you should try to cook it. But maybe you should try to decide it for yourself. But I think it was just okay, you know. Okay, guys, thank you so much for talking to me. Thank you so much for cooking with me, for discussing. It was a really great discussion. I wish you to have a really great rest of your days. Please never trust anyone and never believe anything online. And please always cherish and grow your critical thinking. I believe in you. And I will see you in the next live stream. Thank you. Thank you so much for all the amazing advices about AI. By the way, I really will try to not forget and check it out. And I hope that we will continue having these amazing discussions the next live stream. Next live stream, it will be probably something like cooking. And the live stream after that one, I probably will have already my computer back. So who knows? Maybe I will be able to play Resident Evil, you know? That would be cool. I think that next Wednesday, I think it will be like cooking, and the next Wednesday it might be already gaming. So yeah, bye everyone. Thank you very much for coming to my live stream, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah. Mwah.